Welcome to my channel, bro. If you've clicked on this video, I appreciate you, but this isn't about me. This is for my boys, my bros. I want to give back to the community and share what I've learned and document my journey, basically. So first things first, why is Darth Sidious in my thumbnail? You know, I could have put an online masculinity guru in lieu to represent balling. But just think about it. Who represents more of a power fantasy? Top G Andrew Tate? Or the fucking emperor of the entire galaxy? You know what I mean? If Top G came and tried to cause shit with Palpatine, all my guy needs to do is just click his fingers, neck snapped, send out a force lightning, sizzled up body. But that's besides the point. That's just me rambling. Let's get to it. Everybody do it. Everybody do it right. Fuck that shit. Okay, who am I and where am I? I am an individual who has always sort of identified as an entrepreneur because the thought of working the same 9-to-5 job my whole life was incredibly daunting, and I just can't deal with it. The notion, and I could never deal with the notion. So obviously, the only logical step forward is entrepreneurship and building my own thing. Right now, what is my situation? As you might be able to tell from the thumbnail, I'm a complete Brokie. I'm a nobody. On the social hierarchy, I am underneath toothless crackheads who are lining up at the job centre for universal credit. I walk past them, they laugh and mock me. It is what it is. I just got to climb the rankings, I guess. What is my situation then in depth? Well, I am working and I am working. I have a job that is a source of cash, which is Amazon delivery driving, and I have a business which I'm building, which I consider my main hustle. My business is not my side hustle because I believe if you want to get the most amount of results possible, you have to dedicate and go all the way in on just one thing. And so, what is my business? What am I doing? What is my plan to escape this whole 9-to-5 working life situation? Let's put a pin in that. For now, let's talk about my goals for this channel and what I want from this. Because, like I said already, this is not about me. I don't want to be a guru of authority. I don't want there to be this cult following gathering around me on YouTube. That's what other social media is for, and we'll get back to it when I talk more in detail about my plan. But for my YouTube channel, for now, I just want to grow a community of bros where we can all help each other. As you can see from the camera, you are looking down on me, okay? I don't want you to think of me as this, figure that you should listen to, alright? I'm just sharing advice, and if you have advice for me, bro, just type in the comments. If you think I'm a complete idiot, by all means, let me know what you think, and we'll proceed from there. But for now, let's get back to the plan and how you can also benefit from what I'm going to share, all right? So first things first, what is entrepreneurship? Very simply put, it's just solving problems at scale. That's it. The only way to make money in this life is to solve problems. The complexity of the problems you solve will determine how much money you get. And so, the problems I am currently solving is base level. It's the fundamentals, the core fundamentals of the mind and body and soul. Basically, to get good at solving problems, you need experience in a certain industry or domain. So a lot of people who go on to run very successful companies, they worked for years in that industry, and so they learned to spot problems, and therefore they came up with solutions in which to solve those problems. So what is my domain experience? What is the thing that I have the most knowledge and skills in currently? It's fitness. It's optimizing the mind and body to get serious results, get the gains are, the lighting isn't that great right now, but you know what I mean? The gains are just the start of the journey, you know what I mean? The getting juicy and succulent and muscular, that's only surface level, bro. There there's a lot of depth to this whole fitness shit. The way it unites you with the world, and you know what I mean? I haven't really. I only have a basic plan of what I'm talking about here, so I'm sorry if it's rambly, but that's what I want to use my YouTube channel for. Right now, I don't give a shit about making high quality edited videos. Right now, I just want to speak my mind as like a hobby, you know what I mean? I don't want YouTube to be my source of traffic for my business. I want YouTube to be just for the boys, for the bros, you know what I mean? Just to give back to my flipping people. All right, so okay, we've talked about entrepreneurship domain experience, and for me, that's obviously fitness, and I can solve a lot of problems in this current realm right now. But as my business grows and I gain more experience, the complexity of the problems I'll be able to solve will increase. And if I spend long enough in this industry, I'll be able to solve larger problems than just scaling the individual. I'll be able to help personal trainers, coaches, stuff like that. There's always levels to this game, you know what I mean? And right now I'm on level 0 pretty much. I haven't had any real success yet. I'm just enjoying the process, which is why I think it's very important to talk about purpose and fulfillment instead of money, because you can always find a better business model for making the most amount of money as quickly as possible. But are you going to stick with it is the main question, because if building this shit is hard and it takes a long time and you have to be willing to suffer and see absolutely no results for a long time before shit starts to go your way. So think to yourself, if you choose to build a flippin' SMMA agency, do you have what it takes to go through the shit times and keep on pushing through even when you're not seeing any results? For a lot of people, it's no. You just can't do it, and I don't blame you. I'm the same way. I spent a long time going through shiny object syndrome, where I've been flipping from business model to business model. Oh, this is not working. I just had no passion, no fulfillment. I didn't give a shit. Basically, it wasn't enough of a reason just to earn money to force myself to do the work every day. I will say this, if you do have what it takes to do that, to build a boring business just to generate cash, bro, you are next level. You are going to win the game of life if you have what it takes to do boring shit that you don't care about just to make money. But I will say you're probably not going to have a very good life. You're not going to be very fulfilled and content and happy with your work and your mission. So I've chosen a purposeful business. I'm not just a standard health and fitness coach and a personal trainer selling time. I offer a very specific service to high performing individuals like entrepreneurs and executives who don't have a lot of time, who need to get as effective of a training session in as possible, along with the most optimized nutrition, recovery, mental exercises, stuff like that. It's holistic performance, the way I like to call it. By all means, if you want to join me in this endeavor, you can also start the same business. However, I will say it's a very competitive niche. There's a lot that I'm far from the first person to offer this kind of thing, but you have to be very good at what you do. There's a large moat, as Alex Becker would say. There's a lot a lot of thought has been put into this. Even before I started executing, I've spent years just thinking, mulling it over, refining my marketing message, going through past failures with trying to become a social media fitness influencer, all of that nonsense. So, what I'm trying to tell you is your business model and your purpose and your mission should be completely unique. Don't ever watch a tactics video to decide what you want to do with your life. It's not going to work. I've been there, done that. It's only going to lead to agony, mental anguish from shiny object syndrome, always comparing yourself to others. It's no good. Just cut it out. Take some good long time to determine what you truly want from life. It might be that you don't even want to start a business, and that's absolutely fine. Don't let these hustling gurus convince you that you need to be the CEO owner of a company to have a good life, all right? If there's a specific job that you think you will really enjoy and you'll love, and there's progression and there's flexibility on what you can do with these things, go for it, bro. Live your dreams, man. You know what I mean? Just be passionate, bro. Okay, all right. Enough of that. I've talked about entrepreneurship, domain experience. Let's talk about skills and knowledge. Because in any industry, no matter what you do, even if you do flipping cupcake marketing or something like that, you'll be able to pick up skills that you can transfer to almost any industry if you want to. So with what I'm doing, a lot of it is going to involve sales and marketing, because without the sales and marketing, there is no cash flow. And so I need to develop my copywriting, my, sales funnels. It's all going to be very complex, comprehensive, and it's going to take a lot of time for me to master. But it's going to serve me very, very well, because even if I choose a different business model at some point, which is the plan, I don't plan to be in the fitness industry forever, I'm going to have compounded the skills and knowledge to be able to succeed in other industries. I already have a next business idea that I'm going to implement with one of my best mates, who's also on it. He's on it. But this is long-term shit that's going to take a lot of startup capital to do. So what I'm saying is, stay in your lane. There's a certain stage for every idea, and at the start you need a beginner-friendly business model. So for me, I chose coaching because it's perfect for me. It's fulfilling, it's purposeful, it allows me to do the hard work, especially when I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? That's the most important part. Okay, so we talk about skills, yada, yada, yada. Let's talk about networking connections, because to succeed, you need other people, right? Because they're the ones who are going to give you the money. You can't just generate cash just like that. AI automation, whatever bullshit you want to find. You still need people to pay you, right? So you need to develop your people skills, your communication, your persuasion skills, and you need high value connections that you can leverage at some point. How do you do this? Because I understand how hard it is to get your foot in the door when you're a nobody, and there's such high level individuals that you feel intimidated, right? I get it. It's perfectly understandable. Let me just say that every single high value individual that you see who you might feel intimidated by is just another human, just like you, all right? They also had a rough start. They had to grind through the come up. They were where you once were, unless they're a trust fund baby. But let's not talk about those people, because trust fund babies are not the kind of guys you want to impress, unless they're the kind that had a very good upbringing, but also worked their balls off and became VP of their dad's company through sheer merit and competence alone. Everything is nuanced. You can't just shut up, Matt. All right, shut up. Okay, so how do you get connections and improve your network? First things first, LinkedIn right away. You need to use LinkedIn. It's the most professional, potent social media network. And the beauty of LinkedIn is that it's all professional, critical thinking adults who aren't going to call you an idiot in the comment section like a 12-year-old would if you're on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And these people are always happy to help. You know what I mean? There's a lot of high value business owners on LinkedIn that aren't gurus. They don't sell products. They don't use social media to sell their own products. They have a real world business. They don't offer mentorship or coaching or anything. They just post what they're doing and little pieces, nuggets of wisdom that they're willing to give away for free. And what you can also do is you can message these people on LinkedIn. You can maybe try to book a quick call to get some nuggets of wisdom. If you can get them to mentor you for money, try do that. But it's going to be very difficult because they probably make a lot just from their business, so their time is probably worth a lot. You know what I mean? But apart from that, you can use the power of the internet to leverage your connections. But there's also the real world. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of rich motherfuckers out there who you wouldn't expect that don't live a flashy life. They don't drive supercars. They don't wear flipping Gucci Armani suits or whatever. They're the kind of people similar to billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg who choose to, wear normal clothes, stay low key, but they have the real world success, not this illusion of success that you might see on social media. So these people, where do you find them? You can go to a rooftop bar, like an expensive one that's at least like £50 to £100 just for entry. You can go to hotel bars, get creative is what I'm saying. Personally, for me, I managed to get one of these connections just today at the gym. We started talking in the sauna, and the dude literally owns a software company which he's been running for 20 years. He's a very, very friendly guy, very, very eager to, help me. We made a very good connection straight away because I was very curious. I was interested. I asked him all the right questions. I wasn't like too eager, too annoying, or just like too intimidated, too shy to talk. It was just a human connection, and as it so happened, he was a very successful guy himself. And as a matter of fact, this is exactly the type of man who is my ideal customer profile of the people I want to coach through my business. I don't even plant the seeds yet, but I've begun developing a relationship. So at some point, I am hoping to sign him as a client, as a very good client, high paying. What else can I say? You never make good connections by being a recluse. You have to get out of your home, meet new people, and learn social skills. You know what I mean? A lot of teenagers who have been, trying to do this whole make money online stuff, it might work, but your bottleneck will always be your social skills and your ability to make human connections and persuasive communication, basically. And the best way to practice that is outside, in the real world. At the gym, for example, where there's a steam room and a sauna and just a lot of people who you can talk to. Alright, so I've talked about the connections and the networking. Let's move on to the next stage, which is social media leverage, which is basically essential. Like, in this day and age, you're going to really struggle if your business isn't using social media. That's just the way it goes now. It's just the rules of the game. When it comes to social media, you have to be very, very careful not to become an influencer clown. You know what I mean? There's There's a difference between entrepreneurs who use social media as a traffic source to their business and people whose business is the social media, aka influencer clowns who only chase the clout, the views, the likes, and then they just come up with some like half-assed merch bullshit just to try to sell their audience as much garbage as possible instead of solving any actual problems. Apart from the only problems that they solve is just the issue of entertainment. You know, oh wow, how good for society. I mean, I guess it is if you want to keep people brain dead. So I guess yeah, everyone has a place, right? I'm sorry for this rambling. It's all over the place. If you've gone this far, bro, I love you. You're a real one, and stick around because we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Okay, I want you to provide value too. So leave a little comment. Tell me how much of an idiot you think I am. You know, if you're more experienced, if you've also started running your own business, give me some tips. You know what I mean? Tell me if I'm wrong. You know, this is a community, not a cult. Okay. So yeah, okay. Back to it. All right. Social media. The reason I've chosen LinkedIn, as I've already said, it's a very professional network where you have to wear the mask in a way. You have to be a bit reserved. You can't be shouting about these hoes and nofap and like getting gruesome with it. You have to be classy and you have to wear the mask of professionalism, which is a very important skill. All right. A lot of these social media influencer clowns, that's what they are. They have no respect in the real world. If they were to approach like a bank or like a real like old school real world business dude, they'd get laughed at. You know what I mean? That they're like no one will take them seriously because there's no real backing. There's no product that solves a specific problem. There's just hustlers and garbage basically. So yeah, that's why I've chosen LinkedIn. You may choose another social media platform. Stay the fuck away from TikTok. Just it's no good, all right? Unless you want to make some very quick, very like easy kind of sleazy money, I like to call it. It won't last, all right? Just know that it won't last. You may get very very big very very quick, but it's also going to go away just as quickly, all right? So plant your seeds, you know what I mean? Not your seeds, make the roots go as deep as possible in a platform that resembles the real world, which I believe LinkedIn is perfect for because the way you interact with people in the comments, it's guarded. It's kind of you're not gonna say 100% what's in your mind because it might be a bit too much. You have to wear the mask of professionalism, like I've already said, which makes it a lot more similar to the real world of business, you know? Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say for now. I'm not a guru, a LinkedIn guru who's going to help you grow your profile yet, you know? I have a little bit of experience getting some traction, you know, some good traction. But in the meantime, I'm just having fun with it on YouTube, really. That's my plan, you know? I don't want this to become a job. I want this to be a hobby. I want to interact with you boys, you bros. I want to form a community of jacked motherfuckers who want to become successful. I promise I'm more jacked than this, actually. It's just the lighting. It's the angles. I look small. Yeah, cope. That's what they call it. Nah, seriously though. Next video, I might turn off the lights and do a little overhead lighting situation just to get the shreds. Oh my god, I look tiny. Yeah. Don't listen to my fitness advice until you've seen the shreds. That's some high octane knowledge right there. But anyway, it's completely gotten to the point where I'm rambling beyond belief. So if you've made it this far, bro, you're a real one, and I love you. And let's grow together.